Right. Well, I think that's more or less most of the stuff, maybe all of the stuff that I need to show you on InDesign. Um, if anything glaringly obvious that I really should have shown you comes to me, I can always make another video. I wanted to wrap up this last video actually in InDesign before I show you how to export and upload all of this. Um, on a little bit of troubleshooting. So common things that could go wrong. And I will show you what those are. So I'm actually going to back up a little bit here with Control Z back to when I had that image of it's amazing Control Z, most powerful thing ever. Um, except that I think that's as far back as I can go. Yeah, clearly is. Oh well, that ruins that for me. Anyway, I'm going to go back to when I'd put in this image um, into this frame. So I've got that frame selected, and I'd chuck this image of a dog. Yeah, this is it. Right. So here's what I wanted to show you. The quality on this looks like it's really, really low, and that might put you off. You might think, "Oh, this image is no good." Actually, the chances are that the image quality isn't low. Image quality does definitely need to be high, so you need to have a big file. But if you've got a big file and it still looks crap like this, that's only because Instagram, InDesign automatically defaults to a fast or typical display. So the reason it does that, it makes the image look crapper than it really is because it's trying not to give your computer a nervous breakdown. Bear in mind that InDesign is used extensively for magazine layout. If you're putting together Vogue magazine, even on a really, really super fast, powerful computer, and you've got probably 300 or 400 extremely high resolution images in there, and the computer is trying to display them all at maximum quality so they look as sharp and crystal clear as they really are, your computer's going to have a nervous breakdown. So that's why they do this. If I go to high quality display, you probably will struggle to see that much difference on a low quality YouTube video. But um, that will do it. So the high quality display, so display performance, high quality display. If basically the bottom line is if you're worried that the image you've got isn't good enough quality, before you throw it in the bin and think I can't use it, double check that it's set up for by right clicking on it, display performance, high quality display. The next thing I need you to check are bleed margins. You must have bleed margins, that 3 millimeter gap over the edge of the page for anything you want to go right to the edge of the page. So if you have stuff that you don't want to go right to the edge of the page, obviously that's not an issue. But if you do want photos that go right to the edge, they must cover in to that 3 millimeter bleed. What else was on my checklist? Yeah. So you've got some error messages, probably. And let's talk a little bit about those error messages. Click on this little drop down menu and go to pre-flight panel, and you will see um, uh, any error messages you've got. Now, if the most common error message you will get is overset text, doesn't matter. Bottom line is, do not worry about overset text. That's not a problem. So that'll probably freak you out that you'll see these errors. But if you go onto this little drop down menu and you go down to pre-flight panel and the only errors are text errors, and when you expand them, it's all just overset text, who cares? No biggie. However, a big problem, and I'm going to have to do a little crafty little thing here. A big problem is if you have missing links. So what I'm actually doing, right, is I used that photo by Alvan Nee and I've deleted it. I've just deleted it from that folder, so it's gone. So now what should happen, aha, you see this little question mark here and the 8 errors? Errors have suddenly gone up. And one of those errors is a missing link. Now that is bad. What that means is that InDesign cannot find the picture it's looking for because I just deleted it, right? So how do you fix that? Well, you